All right, hello and good morning, room 30. I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday. It's going well so far, and you are ready to take on math lesson 3 from our module number 2. So here's today's objective. Oh, that's a little bit better lighting. So that's today's objective. So let's break down what the objective means and what it means to you. How are you going to figure out what it means? What are you going to learn today? So it looks like we're going to count by fives. So I'm going to box that number right there. And by ones on the number line as a strategy to tell time to the nearest minute on a clock. Okay, so we're going to count. That makes sense because it's math time. And in math, we definitely count. We're going to count by fives and ones. We are like experts at counting by fives and by counting ones. So I'm feeling pretty confident, pretty good about this lesson already. So we're going to counting by fives and ones on a number line. I know what a number line is. Here's actually kind of like a little number line right here. Maybe I'll have 1, 2, and 3 here. So it's like on a number line as a strategy. So just another way to tell time. Well, that's kind of important to know what we're doing this all for. So it looks like we're all doing this all to learn how to tell time to the nearest minute on a clock. So it looks like we're going to be counting by fives and by ones on the number line as a strategy to tell time to the nearest minute on a clock. Now, I know in second grade, you guys just learned how to tell time to the nearest 5, multiple of 5. So you have not, this is something brand new for you. So this is something that I really want you to pay attention to and really make sure you understand, because I know that this is the first time you're ever seeing this. Okay? So this is what we're doing. We're counting by fives and by ones. So we're going to put the two together, which I'm feeling pretty good about. I know you guys are probably feeling pretty good about it too. Okay, so that's our objective. We'll come back to it in a little bit. So I'm going to move it away for a second. And I'm going to show you this little fancy-dancy number line here. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, so this is a 12-centimeter line. And this is a 6, I couldn't do 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters was too small for you guys. So I did a 6-inch line, as you can see there. It's 6 inches, and every half an inch I drew a line. So that gave me 12 boxes. I wonder how I could relate those 12 lines on my number line to the 12 hours on a clock. Hope your brains are running right now. You're thinking. Okay, so I'm going to put and I want you, when you're doing this, I want you to do this with me. Okay, so you should have a copy with you at your desk, and you will have a copy when you're with me at my desk. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to put our finger on 0. Everyone find 0. Got it? Good. We're going to count by ones from 0 to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So we could draw tick marks in between this 0 and 5. We could draw tick marks for 1, 2, 3, and 4. But instead, let's imagine that they're just there. Okay? Imagine that they're there. They can be any color you want them to be. I think they're going to be purple. Abigail, I'm thinking yours are going to be purple too. Okay, so we can draw tick marks, but we're just imagining them. So now we're going to put our finger back on 5. Count by ones from 5 to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, can you imagine those tick marks too? Good. All right, so what we're going to do now is let's find the number 58 on the number line. Okay, put your finger on number 0 and let's count by 5s on the number line to the number 55. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. 55, stay at 55. Okay? Now, we're still finding 55, right? 58, excuse me. So let's draw the tick marks here from 55 to 60. So there's 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59. I hope those are dark enough for you guys to see. Okay, so I have 4 tick marks in here. So I'm at 55 now. So I drew 4 tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now count along with me from 55 to 60. So 55, 56, 57, 58. Oh, 58. That was the number I was looking for. So here is 58 on the number line. Let's see if I can zoom in even more for you. Okay, so this is 58 on the number line. 55. Then it goes into the small little ticks. 56, 57, 58. Here's 59. Here's 60. Okay? So how many 5s here did we count? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we counted 11 5s. And then how many 1s did I count? I counted 1, 2, 3 1s. Okay. So, if I want to make this even more mathy and get more into this, what I would do is then I would have 11 times 5, okay, which is 11 times 5 plus 3, because 3 times 1 is always going to be 3. So 11 times 5 is 55 plus 3, and look at that. I get 58. Okay. Now let's do the same thing. And let's do it, except we're going to do it for the number 32. Okay. So one way that you can quickly find 32 here's my big little hint. Find the number 30 and 35, because 32 is going to be between 30 and 35. So after 30, I'm going to draw my little tick marks. 1, 31, 32. Already, there we go. 32. But I want to make sure that I have all, I wonder if this light off would be better for you guys. Yeah. I want to make sure that I have all of my small tick marks when I start drawing them in, because otherwise if I just have these 2 tick marks, that'd be kind of confusing if we're counting by 1s, because I would only have, it'd be 30, then blank, blank, 35. When I want it to be 31, 32, 33, 34, and then 35. So make sure you bring in all of the lines. Another hint, man, I'm just full of hints today, is that when you're counting by 5s, you're going to draw 4 lines in between each big line. You'll draw 4 little ticks. I don't know why they're called ticks, but they're called ticks. Okay, moving on, because we're already, long lesson today, but it's a fun one. I love it. Okay, so now we're still going to talk about a number line. We're going to talk about when I arrived at school this morning. Okay? So I came to school at 7:37 this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to find that time on my number line. So let's label our first time. Our 0 is 7 o'clock. And then what do you think the 60 would be? What's 60 minutes after 7 o'clock? You got it, smarty pants. It is 8 o'clock. It's 1 hour later. Okay, so this is from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. What do you think the 30 would be in the middle? What time would that be? You're right, it's 7:30. I'm going to squeeze that in. Okay, so that's 7:30. So here's 7 o'clock. What do you think that time is? Yep, 7:05. Here's 7:10, 7:15, 7:20, 7:25. Oh, we were right with 7:30. 7:35, 7:40, 7:45, 7:50, 7:55, and 8 o'clock. Because we don't say 7:60. We'd say 8 o'clock. Okay, so now we need to find 7:37 on this clock, on this number line, excuse me. So remember my big little hint there. We find 35, and we're going to draw the tick marks between 35 and 40. And my other hint was that you're always going to draw how many lines? Oh yeah, 4 lines in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now I have 35, 36. Oh, there's 37. 38, 39, 40. Here is 7:37. That's when I got here this morning, bright and early, just for you guys. Okay, so here's 7:37. I found it on the second tick mark, 2 after 35. So kind of now like how we did this, how many 5s did we count by first to get to 35? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there were 7 5s. And then how many 1s? Well, with my pencil, I drew 1, 2 1s. So here I'm going to do 7 times 5 plus my 2. Then I'm going to multiply these two and then add this guy. So 7 times 5, let me double check this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 plus 2, let me do my calculations, 37. That's the time I was trying to find, 7:37. Perfect. So that's me double checking my work right here. Always best, you always need to double check. Okay, let's do another one. So let's say, maybe Miss Lapari, she had to drop off her sons at school. She had to go to Lucas's school and Dante's school. So she didn't get here until 7:49. Okay, this is kind of a tricky one. So I want to find the time 7:49. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, actually, I'm going to give you a few minutes. This light is really bugging me. I hope you like that one better. I'm going to give you a few minutes to try to figure it out, okay? 7:49 is when Miss Lapari got here. I want you to plot that time on the clock. Okay? All right, well, I didn't give you that much time because we got to get going, but I'm going to help you if you're doing it right now, awesome. If you're just waiting for me to do it, that's fine too. So 7:49. Okay, well, I know that number is not over here. It's not in the 20s. I know it's in the 40s. Oh, here's the 40s. Okay, well, there's 745. Okay. I remember Mr. Rotto said that we always have to do 4 small little ticks when we're counting by 5s. So there's my 4 little ticks. Okay, so here's 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Man, Miss Lapari, I wonder if she was sleeping in this morning. There's 749. Okay, so I found it on my number line. Now I need to double check it with my math, because my math will always help me prove that I have the correct answer. Okay, so how many 5s do I have here in 745? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5s. And how many 1s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. So I'm going to circle these because I'm going to multiply 9 times 5. Oh, that's a tricky one. 45. Okay, and then I'm going to I'm going to box my 4 because that's what I'm adding. 5 plus 4 is 9. Bring down my 4. My answer is 49. Awesome. Feeling really good about this. All right, so now what you're going to do is, excuse me, take a look at my fancy dancy clock. You guys will get some time to play with this fancy dancy little clock. And little side note, I love these little hands. Don't they kind of look like a bow tie? I thought so too. Okay, so we're going to look at this clock. How is this clock similar to our number line? Okay. So this one does not have any little ticks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, let's see if I can draw. We can draw little ticks in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully by now, the clock that you have used already has these ticks. And maybe Miss Lapari can help you with these ticks. But I think it's important that we have these ticks on our clocks because that's what we're really focusing on today. Remember, our objective was counting by 5s and by 1s to find the nearest minute on the clock. Okay, so now our clock has our ticks. And notice that we have 4 ticks in between each big number. Kind of similar to how we have 4 ticks here. Very similar to how we have them here. Okay, these are kind of not very dark. I apologize. Okay, so let me actually